You can see him on The Mohegan Sun and also on Amazon Prime. Everybody give it up for John Butera. Give it up for John Butera.
Give it up for talent, everybody. All right. This is good. Look at this beautiful room we have here today. A lot of beautiful people. Beautiful people here, but not so much on that side. Just telling the truth. No, I'm kidding. Lighting is good. You guys can all tell I'm a fat bastard, yes? Oh, I love being fat. I love it. Who's fat and proud? Raise your hand if you're fat and proud. All right, a couple people in denial in the room. It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. Yeah. I love being fat. I think being fat is the best thing in the world. Right? I think you skinny people fucked up. Yeah, you guys look at a menu, you say something stupid like salad and kale. Who here eats kale? It's gross. It's horrible. It's like dry rotted astroturf. It's horrible. Oh, man. I will tell you this, though. I love it. Being fat is the best. There are so many advantages to being overweight. You skinny people have no idea. Right? For example, I don't have a cat. I don't have a dog. I have no pets. So sometimes I just pet it. It's okay, boy. We're going to have a good day today, boy. Right? No one's ever going to say to me, hey, John, could you hurry up and get that for me quick? There's only two things I do quick. That's Nestle's and open the refrigerator. Yeah, if you ask my wife, there might be a third. All right. Quick-witted, I like that. Another great advantage of being overweight, right? You skinny people, if you want to get high, you gotta have drugs. I want to get high, I just bend down, try to tie my shoes. True story, I tried to tie both shoes without coming up the air and I almost suffocated. It's the fattest way to die. I can imagine your obituary the next day, death by Adidas, it'd be horrible. It's crazy. You gotta be careful though when you're overweight, right? You gotta go to the doctor. I go to the doctor. She's like, Mr. Butera, you are in fact obese, and I say thank you. She's like, you don't get it. Your BMI is 40. I was like, holy shit, my Big Mac intake is 40. It's pretty accurate. She's like, you still don't get it. You can be fit for the sleeve. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not fat. And then I realized I was the eye doctor, and this bitch had no right to tell me any of this. Oh, here, lady, not down here. Bitch. I happen to be married. We have any married people in the room? Yeah? Everyone else is just happy? That's cool. Just kidding. I love my wife. She's not even here. I could lie if I want to. I love her. She's great. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. People who are married, sex life is good, love life is good. Yeah. A lot of people complain. Not this guy.
Oh, thank you.
I married myself a spicy Latina. That's right. Any Spanish women here? Spanish women? Good job at the door. Don't worry, the Spanish people will be here after everybody leaves to clean up. Oh, you're with them when they weren't here, but now you feel bad for them. I see how it goes. I can make that joke. My wife and kids understand. Just crazy. I do. I love my wife. Right? The other day, she told me that she was very proud of me. She said, John, you've been working really, really hard. I bought you a gift certificate to Hand and Stone Massage and Facial. Right? And I was like, that's fantastic. I have never been to a real massage parlor. And so there I am, right? I go to Hand and Stone Massage and Facial, and then I realized my wife wasn't proud of me, right? Do the math, right? She said I was proud of you because you work so hard. Do the math. I do 25 shows a month, which is a lot. I'm on stage about a half hour to 45 minutes at a time. I work less than 30 hours a month. I know if you work for the government, you're like, holy shit, that is a lot. No, but seriously, I did the math, I thought about it. She's not proud of me. That's not why she bought me the gift certificate. It's because she doesn't want to put her hands on my fat, hairy body anymore. She's literally paying the masseuse like a prostitute to service me. I'll tell you, I went, hand and stone massage and facial, laid down. The masseuse took care of the massage. Phenomenal. I turned over and accidentally took care of the facial. I was a little embarrassed. The masseuse was very upset. Right? Listen, I tried a dozen times to call back and apologize, but Jimmy wouldn't take my phone calls. Laying in bed with my wife, I look over at her, she looks over at me, she's like, honey, I love you. So happy we're together, you're the best I've ever had. That's not the punchline. I look back at her and I say, because of her CPAP mask? Sleep apnea, bringing love into the bedroom, baby. Anybody here have sleep apnea? A couple people being honest, thank you. Yeah. 100 million Americans with sleep apnea, just 4 of us in the room? Okay. Makes sense. For those of you who don't know what sleep apnea is, it's a very gentle, sweet, beautiful way for your body to say, hey, I'm going to try to fucking kill you while you sleep. Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't have sleep apnea, if you snore, it's sort of cute. It's like, right? It's cute, it's adorable. If you have sleep apnea and you snore, but you're not wearing your mask, it's fucking terrifying. It looks very similar to the first time you ever had an orgasm. It's like, you're welcome for the visual. In both your nightmares and your dreams. I will tell you this, I'm going to tell you a true story. I slept over at my sister's house a few years back, and I wake up, and there's my brother-in-law and my sister, and they're standing over me. What the hell's going on? My brother-in-law, the jerk he is, goes, do you know what you look like when you sleep? No, but it's really creepy that you two do. He's like, look, shows me his phone. 38 seconds, I'm not breathing. Yeah, pretty crazy. And then I thought to myself, what the fuck was your end game? What were you waiting for? How about 10 seconds in, give me a nudge? They're just staring at me, not breathing. Fucking family for you, right? I do love family, I love friends. I love friends a little more because you get to choose them. Is what it is. My best friend Matt grew up together. Love him, great guy. Don't get to see him a lot, so we talk a lot on the phone, text, whatever. Called me the other day. I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I'm with my son Jason. He's doing his chores. If he finishes his chores in time, I'm going to bring him to the MOVIES. I was like, dude, did you just spell the word movie so Jason doesn't know you're taking him? He's like, yeah, why? I go, isn't he 17? Maybe you should take your dumbass son to the LIBRARY. Good, you guys can spell. That's good. I like that. I'm going to tell you a true story. Last year, in February, it was right here on this very beautiful stage, this amazing comedy club, and there was a guy sitting right over there, right where you guys are. And I said the joke, crowd went quiet, like you guys are right now. And he goes, that ain't how you spell library. I was like, what? The whole crowd focuses on the guy sitting right over there. And I avoid the light, look down at him. He's got a mullet, 3 teeth that don't match anywhere, dirty shirt, cut-off jean shorts, and flip-flops. I go, excuse me, sir, would you like to entertain us? How do you spell library? He's like, duh, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, LIBERY. I go, thank you, sir. You're a fucking moron on 3 separate occasions. Crazy people. True story. I have had a lot of weird jobs in my life. Anybody here have a crazy job? Maybe not now, but in your life, right? I was an ice cream truck driver at 19. That's where this started. I was a restaurant owner. I owned many restaurants up in New York. And but my first real love, my first real true profession I had was I was a sports broadcaster. Yeah, I used to work for WFAN Sports Radio 66 up in New York, and I loved it. It was great. It was awesome. I got to broadcast. I was a play-by-play announcer for St. John's University at Madison Square Garden. Right? I got to sit next to Marv Albert. Right? It was pretty cool, except for the fact he didn't try to bite my shoulder. Whatever. No, but seriously, it was great. I loved my time. It was the coolest part about working for WFAN. Was that the studio was in Kaufman Studios in Astoria, Queens, shared the studio with 2 different networks. One was the lesbian network, I mean Lifetime. And 2 was Sesame Street. I know you guys are going to be jealous, but I've actually walked on Sesame Street. Yeah. I'm going to tell you a true story, pretty crazy true story. One day I was walking down Sesame Street. In front of me was Big Bird. Yeah, he was holding his head, smoking a cigarette. Next to him was Snuffleupagus doing the exact same thing, holding his head, smoking a cigarette. Could you imagine if I was like 6 or 7 years old, how fucking traumatic it would be? Seeing a decapitated Big Bird and Snuffleupagus with just smoke rising from their necks? Crazy. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I know some of you look like you might have kids or grandkids, whatever it is. Sesame Street no longer has their new programming on PBS. They couldn't afford contracts, so now their new programming is on HBO, which is pretty cool because now that it's on cable, they can make the programming a little more adult. For example, Bert and Ernie can finally sleep in the same bed together. They move out the nightstand, put the 2 beds together, right? Get to find out the rubber ducky's really used for. They always said it made bath time lots of fun. Now we know what they're talking about. What about the lovable, the amazing Oscar the Grouch, right? We get to find out what's in his garbage can. I think it's a meth lab. Yeah. You ever realize when he opens the lid, steam comes out, he's always disoriented? It's because he's a meth head. It makes perfect sense. How about the lovable, adorable Elmo? Right? He gets to have those tickle parties with kids. I heard his co-host would be Bill Cosby. Hurts to say. Right? Bill Cosby, America's Dad, The Cosby Show. I was a huge fan of The Cosby Show growing up. I really was. It was like my favorite show. My favorite part of the show was every once in a while he would take the fat white kid from across the street and bounce him on his knee. Remember that? The kid was always looked like he was going to fall, but Bill had a good grab of his underwear. That kid wasn't going anywhere. Man. It makes sense why he was Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable. Yeah, so he had a script head to write for roofies. I know, I heard it. It came out of my mouth. Think about this, right? Over 80 women came out against him, said they were either drugged and or sexually assaulted by him. He only spent 16 months in prison, which I think is horrible. But at least while he was in jail, he got to see what it was like to eat a Jell-O pudding pop. I'll let that soak in for a second. This is the tutorial fun part of the show, fun facts. You guys ready for a fun fact? Yeah, Jell-O pudding pops taste much different inside prison than they do outside of prison. See, outside of prison, we can all agree, delicious. Inside prison, they're cream-filled. All right, so I know your tolerance level is. It's right about there. Not so much here, but above here, so that's good. I like that. Crazy. Yeah. I will tell you this though. I love what I do. I love being a comedian. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. I get to travel all over the country, see new people every night, tell weird, strange jokes, and watch people go, ugh. It's awesome. I love it. It is. It's fantastic. But like I mentioned earlier, I love family. I love visiting with friends. Right? I have another friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. I went over to his house. He invited me and my wife and my son over. for a barbecue, right? So we go over his house for a barbecue, and as we're driving there, he texts me. He's like, "Call me. I forgot to tell you something." Sure. So I call him. He's like, "Listen, I have a new puppy." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. No problem." He's like, "Yeah, but I have to tell you something. He humps everything." Okay, no problem. That's fine. He goes, "Yeah, but you don't get it. He literally humps all day long. But it's weird when he does it." And I go, "That's fine, whatever. Won't pay any mind to it." He goes, "No." And I'm going to explain to you and show you exactly what his dog does. This is what he does. He just stares into your fucking soul. It was really creepy. The dog just stared at you in your eye while he was dominating the sofa. It was so strange. I felt really bad for that Raymore Flanagan. Oh, it was crazy. Now I know young puppies, they do that, but this dog was possessed. I mean, if you saw the wet spot he left on that recliner, oof. Just had to throw it out. Did you just throw up in your mouth? Never had that done before the show. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are fantastic. I want to tell you something. I don't know how many of you are big fans of comedy or not, but 2 years ago to the week, we lost an amazing comedian. One of my mentors, one of the sweetest, most amazing comics, Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah. He actually performed right here on the stage. And Gilbert and I toured together a few times, and he was a great guy. Learned a lot from him, and it's very sad, 2 years passed, and he left behind his wife and his kids and stuff. But if you don't mind, can I do an homage to the great Gilbert Gottfried and do one of his jokes? Is that cool with you guys? So this joke is actually one of my favorite jokes I've ever heard. He wrote it in 1973. It's been redone by many, many comedians, but this is, of course, the great Gilbert Gottfried. "Honey, I'm going out to the bar. I'm going to hang out with my friends." His wife says to him, "If you get drunk, I'm kicking your ass." "Honey, I'm not going to get drunk. I promise you I'm not getting drunk. If you get drunk, I'm kicking your ass." He's like, "Okay, fine." So he goes out to the bar. He's with his friends. What you know, an hour in, he's completely sloshed drunk, throws up all over himself. His friend goes, "Your wife's going to kick your ass." He's like, "Oh my God, what am I going to do?" So Gilbert's friend says to him, "I have a great idea. Why don't you put $10 in your pocket and you tell your wife that someone threw up on you and give you $10 to clean your shirt?" He's like, "You're a genius. That's amazing." So Gilbert sobers up for about an hour, heads home, and there's his wife waiting outside. "Look at you. You threw up all over yourself. You're a drunk. I'm kicking your ass." He's like, whoa, honey, I didn't throw up on myself. Somebody threw up on me and put $10 right here in my pocket. Someone threw up on you and put money in your pocket. What? To clean your shirt? Yes, to clean my shirt. She goes, "Okay." So she reaches over, grabs the money, opens it up. It's a $20 bill. She's like, "Gilbert, you said you put a $10 bill in your pocket to clean your shirt." "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, he also shit my pants." That is the great Gilbert Gottfried. I don't know if you guys heard that Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse are getting a divorce. Did you guys hear this? It's crazy. Yeah, Disney's trying to keep up with the times of everyone getting divorced. So, Mickey Mouse went to his psychiatrist. Psychiatrist sat him down, and he goes, "So tell me, do you really want to get a divorce from Minnie Mouse?" And Mickey goes, "Yeah." And the psychiatrist says, "It's because she's been acting silly." And Mickey goes, "No, I told you she's fucking goofy." I know. But can you blame her with that tongue? Come on. 4 nuns passed away at the same time. Very upsetting, right? Very upsetting, very sad. 4 nuns passed away. So what happens is they go up to heaven, and there you are, St. Peter standing in front of them. St. Peter says to the nuns, "As long as you're sin-free, you can go into heaven. So the first nun, Sister Ann, walks forward. She's like, well, St. Peter, I once saw a penis. Right? So St. Peter goes, wash your eyes out in the heavenly fountain, you can go right in. So she does, she washes her eyes out, and Sister Ann goes right into heaven. Second nun, Sister Margaret, walks forward. She's like, well, St. Peter, I once touched a penis. All right, so wash your hands in the heavenly fountain, you go right into heaven. So she does. The third nun, Sister Teresa, walks forward, but before she could say anything, the fourth nun jumps in front and goes, St. Peter, before she washes her ass out, can I wash her mouth out? I'm glad you guys got that one. All right, good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something. I am a very, very proud, fat Italian. We have any Italians in the room? Yeah, I love being Italian. I do. I think being Italian is the greatest thing in the world. And I'm a fat Italian, like I said, so I win. That's how that game's played. Listen, I know that all of you are very proud of whatever heritage you come from. Right? We have any proud Irish people? Irish? Yeah. You guys are very proud to be white trash and drunk, right? Any Germans? Do we have any Germans here? Where are you? Yeah? Oh, I should put that down. Sorry. Always happens. Always happens. Yeah, I love being Italian. I think being Italian is great. Look at our artwork, right? With the Sistine Chapel, the Colosseum. Sort of fucked up on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's Northern Italy. Fuck it, they don't count. Right? They're like Switzerland. Nobody cares about them. And we have Michelangelo, Leonardo. The rest of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we have all of them. Right? How great is Italian food? Oh, Italian food's the best. It is. Right? It's so good you don't even have to finish the word, right? Like monoglot, fuck the teeny eye. Right? Calamar, fuck the army eye. You don't need it. That's how good Italian food is. Right? Like Chinese food is good. It's really, really gross. That was racist. That was racist. Any Chinese people here? Didn't think so. They don't come to comedy shows. They don't. Not because they don't like to laugh. No, it's because they're gambling at the casino. Folding laundry, doing nails, thinking of another world pandemic to fuck us all over. I know it's horrible. I heard it. I said it to the microphone. But stop me when I'm not telling the truth. Just kidding. No, but it's crazy. It is. I was raised Roman Catholic. We have any Roman Catholics here? Yeah. Everybody else just Jehovah's Witnesses. That's cool. You know what's weird about Jehovah's Witnesses? Fucking everything. They don't celebrate anything. No birthdays. They don't celebrate anniversaries. They don't even celebrate Mother's Day. It's so bad they don't even listen to Kool in the Gang because there's no celebration. Now my father was born in Sicily. My mother's grandparents were born in Sicily, so I'm half black. Don't worry, just from the waist down. And no, but seriously though, it's crazy. In my household, we didn't do the sign of the cross in English. We did it in Latin. So instead of Father, Son, Holy Spirit, it was Nomine Padre, Filio, Spiritus Sancto. Very sexy, but just the sign of the cross. When my mom was pissed at me, it sounded a little bit different. It was "Tu nods, tu gods, putana disgraziato." Maybe speak Italian. My mom called me a stupid son of a bitch. She hates that joke. She's like, "I never hit you when you were younger." I'm like, "Mom, there's a loophole in your story." She's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Technically, you never hit me, but there are 12 broken wooden spoons in my aspirin thing. It tells a different story." Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to upset you, but I don't go to church. I don't. It's not for the reasons you think. It's not because I don't believe in mythical creatures. It's because I can't handle the workout. Yep. Yeah. Have you been to a Catholic mass recently? It's like calisthenics by God. The sitting, the kneeling, the standing, the sitting. Right? Well, also we do the YMCA in church. When the fuck did that start? I thought those people weren't even allowed in church. Halfway through mass, like, somebody give me the grape juice and the cracker. I'm not going to make it. I'm in the back lapping holy water so I don't pass out. You don't want to pass out at church. You might have a priest come up from behind you. Don't worry, I'm way out of his age range. Ladies and gentlemen, before I let you go, I'm going to tell you a true story, and I don't mean to bring the laughter down, but I work with a great organization back on Long Island. It's called the A&V Graziani Fund. And what we do is we raise money for families with members who are terminally ill with cancer. And what we do is I sell a t-shirt at the end of every show. It's $20 for one shirt, two for $30. And the proceeds of the shirt go to the A&V Graziani Fund. And what we do is we take families with a terminally ill cancer patient to a baseball game, a basketball game, whatever the family wants, and we spend it, we pay for everything. I'm going to tell you a quick true story. We took a family, a woman, to a minor league baseball game on Long Island. The lady was terminally ill with cancer. She got to throw out the first pitch. Her family was there, her kids, her husband, her parents on the field with her when she threw out the first pitch. Unfortunately, she passed away 3 days later. But she got to have this memory with her family. Her memory has this memory of her. Her family has a memory of her. And that's the great thing this organization does. After the show, look up the organization, A&V Graziani Fund. It's a great organization. You can help us if you want to just make a donation. You don't want to see my face on your chest. I understand, ladies. Not many other ladies do. But if you do, that'd be great. Thank you so much. And please follow me on Instagram, The Real John Butera. Let's bring back your amazing host, Alan.
Give it up for John Butera again. Beautiful. Are you guys ready for your headliner? Come on now, you can do better than that, snappers. I know y'all sleeping right now, but wake up! You can see his naked ass on Shawshank Redemption, and also he was one of the last performers.